super honored to have our ambassador for Space4Girls, Lana Albalkhi, joining us here. Lana is a chemical engineering student. She is a space enthusiast. She has a lot of different diverse experiences in space. And she is also spearheading and helping to cultivate and develop and launch a new program that we will be activating today. And I'm going to let Lana introduce both herself and our very special program. We have women, our focus has been very much on high school age students. However, we have so many women post high school, university, reaching out, wanting to be a part of Space4Girls, wanting to support. And so we have developed a program and very excited to introduce that. But I'm going to let Lana take over. And also for some reason, our internet has been a little wonky. So she is our co-host. If for any reason I disappear from my own conference, Lana is going to step in. But thank you, Lana, for being here.
Thank you. I'm more than honored and grateful to be here, Cam. I just want to share my screen. So just a minute. Okay. So first of all, I would like to say hi for everyone. I'm more than honored to be here to speak to you all and to share my experience and my first steps in space industry. So as someone who is presenting the kind of girls that actually Chem is looking for, I'm more than honored to be here. I'm a third-year chemical engineering student, and actually I'm passionate about science. Since high school, I've been interested in mathematics, physics, and chemistry. I've been a nerd girl, and I've been really interested in that field. And that actually led me to pursue my degree in chemical engineering, which actually was driving force for me to look up at the sky, knowing that there is something higher than what we have here on Earth. There are greatest engineering system up there in the sky that we can work on as engineers, as a human being, and we can pursue our dream there. So my passion for space was actually driven by my passion for science first. My interest, so when it was 2 years ago when I started getting interested in the space industry, especially in fields where my discipline do actually intersect with space industry. So that's for manufacturing space. Currently, I'm working on research and experiment on how materials can be affected by all the kind of conditions in space, which can lead up to a great opportunity for manufacturing in space, as the creation of product can be really different in space environment than here on Earth, using the microgravity and temperature and pressure and all other kind of parameters that do affect the manufacturing process. We can use a space as a little kind of factories to manufacture special materials that we can use up there in the space or here on Earth. And that's in a lot of fields, whether in material science or even in medicine. Like there have been created, there are cures for cancer and medicine that have been created up in the space. So this one field is the real special field for me, because it's actually a pure field where I do apply my interest in chemical engineering into space industry directly. And also propulsion systems. Like when you say chemical engineering, everybody thinks about explosions and reactions and all of that. And that actually what happens when you are actually launching a rocket. So there's no wonder that I'm interested in rocket and propulsion engineering and engineering systems, because what actually happened in a rocket, that there are many explosions that we control to launch, to give that rocket the power, enough power to launch into space. So that's one of the fields that I'm really interested in. I'm doing kind of prototyping and designing and research in that field too. But today I would like to share something that I'm interested in, and I was honored and I was grateful to have the opportunity to gain a real on-hand experience on, which analog spacesuits. 2 years ago, I started with an amazing team called Astrofol, taking a place in a first initiative in Jordan to build analog spacesuits. So it was my first time where I took things out of books and out of notebooks that I've been learning for years and to put it into a real prototype, into a real analog spacesuits where we worked on solving problems such as CO2, temperature difference, cooling system, and all of that. And we participated in this competition as an Astrofol team, and we won the second place. And it was an amazing experience where, as I just told you, that we were able to apply everything we have learned into a real application, and that actually something that we have tested in Wadi Rum. After this competition, and we were honored also to all the teams that were actually taking place in that competition to participate it all together in a one-in-use spacesuit under a name of a Stella team, sponsored by Blink or Broadless Lab. It's a company run by Mac Melkawi. We were honored and grateful for this opportunity to develop our next spacesuit, which was launched the last year. It's an analog spacesuit. It's much more advanced than the first one. It includes CO2 scrubbing system, anti-fogging system working with air circulation, a CO2 scrubbing system, as I've just said, temperature controlling system. And this is one of the pictures that we took there. And that's not on Mars, that's in Wadi Rum in Jordan. And this is my team, Stella team. I was more than honored to work with that team on the spacesuit. And as I'm sharing here, I'm sharing my first steps into the field of space industry. The first step where I actually am taking to pursue a higher dreams and going for higher opportunities. But while I'm going there, I was looking around and I was looking for role models and I was looking for mentors. And unfortunately, I didn't find much. I didn't find much people, especially women, coming from the place that I'm coming from the MENA region, going for STEM degree and thinking that sky is not our limit. We're gonna go for something higher. And because I didn't find what I'm looking for, I didn't find what I expected actually. I knew at that moment that my mission in life has to be directly attached to the concept of lighting the flame of human curiosity and empowering everyone to follow their dreams, especially pursuing knowledge, pursuing science, especially women, and especially in the MENA region, especially when they are pursuing a degree in STEM, where every girl actually faces a lot of obstacles. From day one in college, everyone tells you chemical engineering is not a field of girls. Chemical engineering is not a field for women to work on or to work in, sorry. So in such kind of environment, you only got to have a real potential, a real dream, and a real higher dream, so you can face all the obstacles that you are facing. So with someone with this mission, I would say that I'm not just honored, I'm more than honored and more than grateful to be an ambassador for such an incredible organization that Kim is actually doing, to actually empower women, girls all over the globe to work into the space industry, to go for further opportunities. So Kim, I am honored to be selected as a Space Girl Ambassador. I am honored to work on activation of the Young Leaders Council. And here what I'm going to announce today, which is really very exciting. So gotta keep watching this, women's empowerment. So one of the amazing things that we're gonna work on here is women's empowerment. And that's actually something like Space4Girls. So yeah, we're empowering women into space industry. And our new program that I'm about to announce is called Stellar Rising Stars. Stellar Rising Stars, such an exciting name, right? It does represent the pride and promoting future of young women in STEM and space, while also highlighting their potential for leadership and for impact. This program is designed for young women aged from 17 to 25. It's a 2 years program. We do offer leadership development, networking opportunities, and mentorship from accomplished professionals in the globe space industry. And I'm really excited to announce today that the application is actually open on our website. So if you are interested, you gotta be interested. If you're here, you gotta be a Steminist. I would actually encourage you to join us, or to to promote this for anyone who might be interested. A girl in wherever on this globe that is actually interested in space industry, to join us. And I would like to say that the application will close on May 1st. So if you have any kind of other details, other questions you would like to ask, check our website and get in contact with us. Announcing such an amazing program for today is really an honor for me. Stellar Rising Stars is a program that actually going for search for all the rising stars, girls stars all over the globe. So I really encourage everyone here, and as I've just said, to encourage everyone that you might know that might be interested in such opportunity to join us. Because I would like to highlight that if we're planning to go to Mars or to go outside this Earth, this is not going to happen without the presence of women. This is not going to happen without our ideas, our passion, and our dreams. And amazing pioneers such as Nicole and Kim and all other people here speaking in this amazing conference has started this path for us. But we as a young leaders, we actually need people to empower us in this, to give us all the passion that we're looking for. So this is an amazing opportunity. And I would like to say that, Kim, you're doing amazing, amazing, amazing offers to trying to open the doors and offering keys and opportunities for girls all over the globe. I'm thankful for this. And I would like to say, not only Lana is thankful, I'm sure that my whole generation is thankful for such organization that's really working on providing such amazing opportunity. And I'm super, super honored to be part of this. Thank you, Kim. I'm not going to talk a lot about that. If you have any kind of questions, don't hesitate to ask and contact with me. So,
Lana, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And you were such an inspiration. From the moment that we first connected, you just are such a big, bright ray of sunshine. And your mission and intention to really support the women, specifically within the MENA region, is super close to my heart. I worked for many years throughout the GCC, and the women of the Middle East are such important women. And I'd like to share with each of you, all of the women on this call, you are all important. You are all seen. You are all heard. You are all beautiful. You are all valuable. Every woman on this planet is valuable and beautiful and worthy of absolute greatness. And so we're really honored, Lana, to have you as a face for STEM, for the future of space. We need one of the things that is shared throughout the industry is that men that are building companies and satellite companies and rocket companies, and is specifically in engineering. They say that the pipeline is not there. They want to hire more women. They are encouraged to hire more women, and there is not enough women there. So there are many challenges, and throughout our journey as women, we have these big ideas, and I want to be an astronaut. Well, we're not in a world where we remind young women that their curiosity is important, that they can be and do anything. So being able to lead that way, pave that path is really important. And I wanted you to share, because it just briefly before we move on to our next speaker, your journey, because you are now in Jordan.
Yeah.
Can you share with us just your, your journey? And you're so young, but you've had so many experiences, but just your journey from where you've grown up.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm originally from Syria. And since we actually been living in Saudi Arabia. So when I actually studied high school in Saudi Arabia. But when I took the decision to pursue a degree in chemical engineering was not a program that's offered for female in Saudi Arabia, especially for someone who's non-Saudi. So I had to leave my family. Actually, my family right now, they live in Saudi Arabia. So I got to leave my family to pursue my passion. So that's why I came here to Jordan. It's kind of a country where it's kind of in the middle, close to my family, close to the culture and all of that. And it offers chemical engineering programs. So yeah, I'm here in Jordan, and my family are actually in Saudi Arabia, and I'm from Syria. So I am actually kind of, all over the MENA region. Yeah, so I came here to Jordan to study chemical engineering. And as I just said about my passion for science and all of that, it was the best decision I've ever made. A lot of people warn you to go for engineering disciplines as a girl, and especially here in the MENA region, where job opportunities and the pay gap and all of that, it's not really something encouraging for women to go for engineering. But I insist on doing that. It's the best decision I've ever made. And a chemical engineering is actually, it's a universal engineer. So there's a lot of options you can do as a chemical engineer. You got to go for sustainability, environment, or oil and gas, water treatment, material engineering, and all other disciplines. And one of the disciplines were space industry. So for me to find my passion from being a third-year chemical engineering student was something really I'm grateful for, because right now I'm working on developing my knowledge on my experience toward this field, the one that I'm interested in. So starting with analog spacesuits, and now working on research and manufacturing in space, and working on developing more prototypes to make actually customized spacesuits for women. So it's something I'm really working on, and I would like to share more details when everything is published and everything is announced. So yeah, currently I'm doing this. So I would say these are my first steps into the field, and I'm sure that amazing things are coming, and amazing things will be in the way.
Thank you. Shukran.
Afwan.
And Rama